Hello, my name is CSmalls, and for this presentation, I will be explaining international strategy as it relates to Center in the Park. Before explaining the correlation, I must first provide some preliminary information. What is Center in the Park? Center in the Park is an older adult community center for adults ages 55 and older. Center in the Park provides educational, recreational, and social activities for the older adults. What is international strategy? According to the book Strategic Management, Competitiveness, and Globalization, international strategy is defined as a strategy for which a company sells goods or services outside of its domestic market, which could also be the firm's plan to sell goods or services internationally and expand the company geographically. Some of the incentives that influences firms to use an international strategy includes the ability to extend the product's life cycle, gaining easier access to raw materials, opportunities to integrate operations on a global scale, opportunities to better use rapidly developing technologies, and lastly, gaining access to consumers in emerging markets. Incentives that directly relate to Center in the Park are first, the extension of the product's life cycle. Well, Center in the Park has been established over 50 years in the United States, servicing older adults. An international strategy will allow the firm to expand its clientele, resulting in a longer life cycle, also resulting in gaining the access to consumers in emerging markets. Lastly, opportunities to better use rapidly developing technology. Well, most of Center in the Park's programming, if it's going to be provided throughout an international strategy, it would be offered through the internet and mobile applications. Utilizing an international strategy would increase Center in the Park's competitive advantage amongst other senior community centers. What are the three basic benefits firms gain by successfully implementing an international strategy? The first one is increased market size. Second, economies of scale and learning. And lastly, location advantages. Out of all of those three benefits, Center in the Park would benefit most through the increased market size. The increased market size would allow Center in the Park to basically reach more older adults. It would increase the market services and allow Center in the Park to provide resources and services for older adults internationally. Center in the Park doesn't manufacture or distribute products, so the other two benefits would not apply in this case. Now, although international strategy provides incentives as well as some benefits, there are some risks involved with international strategy, which includes political and economic risks. The political risks include the possibility of the firm's operation being disrupted by political forces in the host or the home country, whether it's the country of the business or the country that the services are being offered, including the government's regulation uncertainty, legal authority conflicts, or even corruption, and overall instability. The economic risks are weaknesses in the economy that could potentially affect the firm's efforts, prohibiting the international strategy. Because Center in the Park is a nonprofit organization under the government, Center in the Park would need to strongly consider the political risk. Also, the economy could have an impact on technology that would be utilized to offer the services internationally. In conclusion, after reviewing the incentives, the benefits, and the risks involved, one could suggest that Center in the Park should consider an international strategy. It would prove rather beneficial for the company. It would allow the company to last a lot longer and impact the lives of so many more. The mission at Center in the Park is to promote positive aging for older adults whose voices are critical instruments in shaping its activities and direction. And to take on an international strategy would allow Center in the Park to do it not only in the United States, but in other countries as well.